in the B group. And all that's left to be decided in a big all is first, second, and third.
Well, that being said, for the USA, Slovakia, although they're out, I know we're in the Czech Republic, but Slovakia very close. This is a home building for them, and their crowd will be pushing them forward, and I'm sure they'll want to respond in a good way because the crowd has been fantastic throughout this whole tournament for them.
Riley back in his own zone for USA, the long lead pass, and they're going to call Brock Nelson offside at the line. That pass just got delayed for a second.
Well, Libor Hudacek shaken up on the first shift. As coming up the side, went for a hit, missed, and went head first into the boards. So Hudacek, keeping eyes, went back to the bench slowly. Looks like he may have hurt his jaw trying to stretch it out.
Cleared in. Todd Lewis takes his man to the far side boards. Jack Eichel back in his own zone, got away from him. Vidensky tried to center it, and Brock Nelson is there to gobble it up. Another great tournament for Brock Nelson. 6 goals, 9 points. Nelson gets to the Slovakian line. That's where he gets stopped. And Dologa takes the puck for Slovakia. Out for Vidensky. Jack Eichel breaks that up. And now back in behind the net and controlled by Dologa.
Tries to extend it. The power play only 3 for 20 in the tournament, but Todd Richards' coach liked it a lot more last game as they moved the puck a little quicker and put pucks at the net.
Used to NHL officials, when they give that sign, usually means that it went off the goalpost or the crossbar. This one really wasn't even that close, so I'm not sure why the official signaled no goal from the far side, but nonetheless he did. Jack Eichel carries it in, shot to the short side, blocked. Eichel stays on it. First power play of the game for either team. Team USA up 1-0 on a goal by Ben Smith. Eichel into the slot. Brock Nelson sends it back for Eichel. Tried to get it back for Nelson. Team USA on it with Trevor Lewis. At the line for Mike Riley. And back for Trevor Lewis. He'll leave for Jack Eichel. Eichel, Jones scores! What a pass by Jack Eichel. And what a finish by Seth Jones. And USA up 2-0.
Wow. 18 years old, Jack Eichel. Well, we've heard about him, and he is doing it on the big stage here, playing against the men. And this is a terrific pass. He is their half-wall guy, and he just gives a great pass as Jones times it perfect through the seam, and the shot by Seth Jones plays perfect right in that top corner. Jack Eichel, a little head fake, and almost like a no-look pass as Seth Jones finishes it, and that'll be it for Jan Latso as Slovakia sleepy out of the gate as it's a quick 2-0 lead for USA.
So it will be Julius Hudacek who will come in. So the first goal of the World Championship for Ben Smith, in fact his first point, and the first goal of the World Championship for Seth Jones. And Jan Latso gets chased, and it is 2-0 USA.
Well, those are 2 tough goals. One redirect, and then the other one, nice shot by Seth Jones on a backdoor play. Great feed from Jack Eichel. Point, redirects it past Latso, then Jack Eichel. It's a great pass on the power play to Seth Jones.
Can finish no worse than second because of the fact Russia and Finland play head-to-head in our final game today here in the Tuesday triple-header. Jack Eichel, what a pass for Seth Jones on the second goal. Eichel carries in, and Hudacek with a right pad save. Back for Bartovich. Near side for Lushnak, and following up is Juraj Mikuš, and he'll send it deep into the USA zone, and a line change now for Slovakia. A little bit of room for Justin Falk, and he'll rip this into the Slovakian zone. In on the forecheck, Eichel almost stole it. John Moore trying to hold it in, and this deflects, and this makes its way out of play.
Well, Slovakia right now trying to find a way to get themselves back into this game. The Detroit draft pick.
Over in Prague, France out shooting Latvia 10-2. It is 1-0 Latvia. Kasper Dogovic with the goal for Latvia. And that game has much importance to it as one of those teams, or perhaps Austria will get relegated, as there is a pile-up at the bottom of the standings over in the A group. This side, not so much. Slovenia, despite the win last night, they will go back to try and qualify for the 2017 World Championship that will be played in Cologne, Germany, and Paris, France. Hellebuck will control that.
Got Larkin, Dylan Larkin, a lot of speed in his game. Not only speed, but hockey IQ. Young kid that can play 200-foot game.
In for Vedensky, for Tatar. Tatar sends us back out to center. And Janosic has to backtrack as Slovakia changing. Tatar takes the long pass from Barenka. Tatar through the middle. Nice little redirect there by Richard Panik, but a good read defensively by Lewis, and that got picked off at the line. And back in behind the Slovakia net. Eichel behind the net, worked it out front. Richard Panik down low to break it up, and kept in by Torrey Krug.
To make sure that rebound could be cleared out of the danger area. But Slovakia started with a few hits, and that seemed to get their team going.
Seth Jones to center, sends it in. Yes, they had those couple shifts where they got physical. And, well, you said, some emotional attachment to the game.
Well, and usually the best way to get into it is get attached physically, engaged, and that'll bring everything else into play.
Riley fanned on the pass. Bliznak taken down, crowd reacts, and Brock Nelson's on the loose puck. Nelson left it there for Riley, but now Nelson goes back to retrieve for Seth Jones, on for Riley. The long lead pass. Trevor Lewis tried to get that for Brock Nelson, picked off though by Juraj Mikuš, and Mikuš sends this out to center no further. Eichel knocks it down. And Eichel, as we head into the final minute of the opening period.
You should be suspended for that.
He will.
So, what do? If you're Team USA, you're Eichel. I'm going to look to the point. I'm going to use my hand, a little shake and bake, little shoulders. But then I'm going to hone in on Seth Jones that led all scorers last year with 11.
Landers Lee gets his first goal of the tournament. And 3-0 in favor of USA. Just to finish that Czech Republic situation, because they are the host country, they will stay in Prague, despite the fact that they finished third. So that means the second place team from this side will go to Prague and play the third place Czech Republic team. Mikuš through center ice. Sends it back and cleared all the way around the boards by Miklik. Falk and Bonino with the assists on the goal by Lee. Lewis drops it back for Riley. Riley tried to get that through for Brock Nelson. Picked off and cleared out at center. Back in for Vedensky. Plays it to the front of the net. Cleared away by Seth Jones and grabbed off by Trevor Lewis. Lewis the lead pass. Eichel deflects this in. Lewis with an assist in this game. This has been a good line. Lewis with Eichel and Brock Nelson.
Been a very good line. A couple of veterans with the young 18-year-old centerman as Jack Eichel coming off a tremendous.
Take a closer look at Nick Bonino, get some of that equipment off. And
well, they have 13 forwards dressed, so.
Have a look at Bonino, see what the status is. Jack Eichel. He got hit at center ice by Mazzaros. They will probably be teammates with the Buffalo Sabres.
It's a good possibility.
Brock Nelson plays it back for Justin Falk. Pass up the middle back for Eichel. Eichel avoids a check, drops it back. Trevor Lewis the shot off a leg and wide. Nelson back to the line. John Moore plays it all the way in behind the Slovakia net. Race to the near side. Anders Lee, who has the third Team USA goal. He gets jammed up in the corner with Mazzaros. USA digs it loose. Eichel, the shot is good work in the corner from Trevor Lewis. And now Granic. Back for Slovakia. Gets to the line, no further. What a back check by Jack Eichel.
Not only a good back check, but a good job with the stick check, not taking a penalty, and strips the puck.
Lead pass deflected in by Bliznak. And Connor Hellebuyck is going to get the big hit on that, and he will hang on to it. It is and Deloga takes over.
Oh, great chance for Dylan Larkin, who's had a real good tournament here. One of the, I don't want to say surprises, but at the University of Michigan, his speed and his commitment to playing at both ends of the ice has been very impressive. And Detroit Red Wings have a very good prospect.
Hudacek plays it down low, back to the line, Surson. And that shot goes off Brock Nelson over top the net. Dropped off for Surson, into the slot for Gaborik, and he fanned. Jurchina lets it go, that got blocked in front of the net. Justin Falk back for Team USA. Cleared in, and back forward is Brock Nelson. Jurchina takes over. Talk about Ben Smith getting his first goal. And Janosik's first point of this World Championship. The Tampa Bay draft pick in 2010. Plays in the Extra League. Eichel tried to clear, could not. Short side chance for Tatar. And Hellebuyck makes the save on that. As Slovakia right back to the attack, looking for the tying goal. Riley and Vesey have been busy with some schoolwork here at this championship as well. Riley is after it. Riley stays with it. Back at the line for Seth Jones. Fakes the shot. Cuts around Miklik. Jones takes it behind Slovakia's goal. Knocked off his stick. Juraj Mikuš after Jack Eichel. Mikuš gets bumped there by Lewis. And the puck is taken and cleared. Up the left box there by Torrey Krug. Krug knocked him down. And back for Brock Nelson. Nelson pulls up inside the line. Team USA changing. And now Nelson goes down on the far side as he collides there with Thomas Sarovi. 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Sarovi for Granic. He'll leave it for Vedensky. Plays it around the boards. Sarovi to the line. Granic plays it back for Mazaros. Mazaros to the front of the net as he got that lane that opened up for him. Sarovi. And off the corner boards for Eichel. Eichel being watched by Trevetsky. Riley at center. Falk out of the penalty box with Bartovich. And we're back to 5-on-5. Trevetsky for Bartovich. Bartovich the wrist shot. Hellebuyck the save. Rebound for Sarovi. Jumping in from the line. And it was Deloga that in a little tight, and he missed the net. Kopetsky back for Deloga. The shot. Hellebuyck the save. Rebound, score. So the most goals that Hellebuyck has given up in a game.
Well, two teammates, Lewis and Gaborik, little stick jarring right off the faceoff, both from the Los Angeles Kings.
So we would assume all in fun, but you never know. Taking it center ice and Connor Murphy sends it in. Mazaros is after it. Round the board, Seth Jones in from the line. And now into the final 2 minutes of period number 2. Granic's pass ricochets to Mazaros. As the jumping and the singing starts here at Cesarina. To the line, no further. And
the piece, but his fourth today has put him in lead for Slovakia in that category.
2 points in the game for Marian Gaborik, 2 points in the game for Vladimir Dravitsky, and 2 points in the game for Anders Lee from the New York Islanders. Brock Nelson of the Islanders plays it back for Mike Riley. Riley, a Columbus draft pick, yet to sign. Eichel plays it back. And Seth Jones for Eichel from Riley. Stopped at the line. DeLoga plays this out at center ice. Good job protecting the puck for Thomas Tatar. From is Granick for Andre Mazzaros. The former Ottawa draft pick up for Vidensky. Vidensky will send it in. Tripped up on the far side was the Slovakian defenseman Juraj Mikuš, and now we've got Krug added along with Hudacek.
They've been going at it this whole shift. Krug and Hudacek. And now Moore and Vidensky are going at it. It is getting heated.
Well, so they try and get everybody separated.
Well, everybody can be tough when there's no fighting allowed over in international hockey.
And USA needs to be careful here. They're the ones that will be advancing.
Yes, there's nothing for Slovakia to lose here.
Wonder if Patrick Lushnak is sitting on the Slovakian bench. He was born in Piastany. Wondering if he's thinking, here we go. Another Piastany punch-up.
There is Hudacek on Krug. Went back at him. The two of them match up quite well as they continue to battle, and we'll see what comes from all of this as the back and forth continued. And then John Moore. Haven't seen much of this at all.
Well, and Vidensky, 6'4", 210. So John Moore would have his hands full with him. John Moore, 6'3", 210.
Well, there's the initial shot by Hudacek on Torrey Krug. That's what I think really got Krug going after it all. The linesman comes in. And now Matt Hendricks and Thomas Kopetsky are going to try and figure this all out in front of the penalty box.
Well, the officials trying to sort it out. Might be better off just to leave Matt Hendricks and Thomas Kopetsky to figure it out. Send one guy each to the box and play on, or two guys in this case. And that's what it looks like. Krug and Moore.
Yeah, just even it up and continue play is 4-on-4. There's
16:23 left to go, and Team USA trying to...
Well, a lot of ice right now, 3-on-3 hockey.
Team USA trying to lock up top spot. Here's your two coaches. And you're right, there will be some rumors it's going to be 3-on-3 or 4-on-4.
I don't know, he helped. They're still discussing. I think it's going to go.
So, it looks as though it's going to be a power play for Team USA, as Libor Hudacek got the extra penalty. So a chance for Team USA to regain the lead.
Hudacek got 4 for roughing, and everything else is 2, so it's finally figured out in a U.S. power play.
Eichel plays it back. Falk at the line, walks in, doesn't shoot it, slap shot, that went wide. Now the bad part for Team USA is Torrey Krug, who's so key to their power play, is in the penalty box. So Mike Riley is on that offside. Drop back, and here comes Eichel. With speed, trying to bust his way right through. Knocked to the far side boards, and Riley plays it for Trevor Lewis. Back for Riley as he joins the attack. Now for Eichel. Eichel protecting that puck. Eichel with a great pass in the first period to Seth Jones. Tried to get that to Trevor Lewis, and the shot went wide. Bardovich's pass off the shaft of a stick, and Brock Nelson had it and never could get a shot away.
Well, they had some chances. Lewis with a shot.
He'll play it back into his own end. Nick Bonino injured in the second period, has not returned. Moore carries in, Moore wide. Plays it behind the net. Lewis got squeezed out. And back down the ice. Is getting stopped at center ice was Dravinsky. And it's right back into the Slovakian zone. Junasek, who has a goal in this game. Chipped up at center ice. Richard Panik trying to go after it. The Toronto Maple Leaf forward got stopped. Jack Eichel back for Connor Murphy. Connor Murphy back for John Moore. So all the scoring chances we saw in the second period, things have tamed down. There is a penalty coming to Team USA. And now a little more fisticuffs, or at least attempted fisticuffs.
Well, Richard Panik went after. Their initial call is on Brown.
Behind the net. And now player changes for both teams with 23 seconds left in the 4-on-4.
I can't say enough about Dylan Larkin. Everybody talked about the 18-year-olds in this tournament. Jack Eichel's the first name that comes, and he's been very good, but Dylan Larkin has been fantastic.
Riley had this get away from him, centered for Bartovich. Off a skate, and Jack Eichel's on the loose puck. The Hobey Baker winner, straight up the ice, sends the long shot in wide, back to 5-on-5. Eichel on the rebound, tried to center for Nelson. Riley on the far side, carries deep. Riley jammed it to the backboards. Eichel gets it out front. Brock Nelson couldn't shoot it. Slap shot from the right side. And a save made by Hudacek as Trevor Lewis unloaded. Hudacek clears it ahead. Here comes Vidensky. Vidensky trying to dance the youngster. Riley can't. Miklik after it in the corner. Hendricks in the pile as well. Under 7 to go in a 4-4 tie. After a wild second period, things have calmed down. And ooh, this is going to be icing as Surson slows up to make sure that gets across the icing line. Linesman throws the hand up.
Charlie Coyle had the best chance here to put US in the lead. Nice play around Eugenia, but he couldn't get the shot away as he drove the goal line. Tries to bring it to the forehand, and the puck just a little bit out of his reach. Hudacek does a good job sprawling out, covering much of that net as he can, but Charlie Coyle, the latest to join USA from Minnesota. Is this going to be a timeout here by USA? Is Coach Todd Richards calling it after the icing play to rest his players and make sure everyone's on board with their defensive responsibilities, plus more than anything, just a chance to catch a breather.
So going forward, all we know so far is that Canada will play Belarus. That will be the afternoon game in Prague on Thursday. Gord Miller, Ray Ferraro will have the call for you on that one. And everything else yet needs to be decided because Team USA can finish first or second. And that would leave Russia and Finland to kind of sort things out as they play tonight. Rematch of last year's championship game that Russia won. Eichel, who has gotten better and better in the face-off department since the start of the tournament, but he just he will get waved out, so Matt Hendricks will go in and take the face-off against Bliznak. Tied up in the face-off circle, and now Eichel tried to jam it out, and this goes off a stick and into the USA bench.
Well, he went off a Slovakian player, so that'll bring the face-off outside the blue line.
It is a 4-4 game with 6:39 left in regulation. And Jones for Team USA in the opening period. They had a 2-0 lead. Lee made it 3-0 for all three of those players, their first goal of this World Championship. And then Gaborik, Janosic, Grabetsky, and Bartovic for Slovakia, and it was a 4-3 game. And then the late goal from Charlie Coyle, his first of the championship as well, that has us where we are now.
Sudacek with a huge save.
There has been some chances in the last couple of moments.
Big contact with the ice.
So Latvia safe on the other side. It will be France or Austria that will go to relegation. Bartovic drops for Mazaros. Mazaros in from the line, gets pinned to the corner boards by Seth Jones. Bliznak stays on it. Jones got away from a bit of a hook from Mazaros, cleared up the boards out at center. After it goes Arcobello. Arcobello in front looking for Brock Nelson. Eichel now for Arcobello. Tees it up, the shot right on. Hudacek the save at the buzzer almost. And we are going to extra time. Tied 4-4, a scoreless third period. We are back with overtime. Arcobello plays it back for Riley. The U.S. gets a line change in. Riley, high slot. Riley dances his way in, and he left it there for Eichel. And that allows Slovakia to clear and make a line change.
One of those plays, a young player just trying to overplay the puck, had a shot, put it to the net.
Eichel has it get away from him. Riley gets dumped back at the line. Janosic, high slot, and now pass by Tatar goes to the far side boards. Mikush stopped there, and it's cleared to the line, but not out. Bounce to the front of the net, and now Riley is on the loose puck. And now Riley in need of a line change. Riley got taken down. Trevor Lewis to the line, but not out. And now finally knocked off the stick of Kopetsky. Back for it, Mazaros. Pass up the middle. Got Slovakia going.
It really did. Look at John Moore. Well, still some time here for the U.S.
Falk snaps it off the boards looking for Eichel. Eichel had it knocked away from him by Janosic. Eichel tracks it down. Eichel lets the shot go, scores! Jack Eichel through traffic with a screen in front, and Team USA wins it 5-4 in overtime, and they will clinch top spot in the B group.
Well, it's never a bad play to shoot the puck, and Jack Eichel, one of their youngest players, puts them in first place with a great shot here, just turning off the wall. And there's some traffic in front. Janosic, he loses it, just spins and fires. Trevor Lewis, who has been great all tournament long, parked right in front of Hudacek as a huge overtime win off the stick of Eichel for USA.
With 28.5 seconds left in overtime, so Team USA will play Switzerland in the quarterfinals here in Ostrava on Thursday. Not sure if it's an afternoon game yet or an evening game, but Jack Eichel, the winner in overtime for Team USA.
Well, a thriller there. Jack Eichel, the legend, grows, an overtime winner. The United States gets a lot of pushback from a team that didn't have much to play for. And now the United States plays Switzerland.